We're
Now, I'm
continuing, yeah.
surprised that I saw in a sefer that Chabad put out about meetings that the rebbe had with important people. I just opened it up, mamish, for a few seconds. I happened to see there was a Rav Daniel from Kfar Roeh, one of the founders of the what? Bnei Akiva movement.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and he was, I think,
Avi Dora Kippot Asrugot.
oh, that's how they called him. So,
And I could tell you a few stories I know. I personally met him, and I could tell you some stories, but we won't do it now, yes.
okay. So he went into the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and he said to him that wherever he goes, whenever he meets people, he tries to convince them to learn Gemara. And that's his way of being makar of people to Yiddishkeit. So, and the Lubavitcher Rebbe said, yeah, but you have to remember, you have to do mitzvahs. That's the most important. Now, so what does he mean that is, I don't know exactly what he means. Maybe he means, I would understand superficially, that he means the first thing you meet a person, you should try to put him on film. Shouldn't try to talk to him that he should learn Gemara. You should try to put on him film. That's the first thing you should do, because I'm weak. Now that seems to contradict what Rav alyashiv said. Like he was belittling this idea that Rav Daniel was saying that he teaches people Gemara with that he's makar. And he said, no, you should put on tefillin on it. I don't understand that such a thing. I mean, we know it's not, there's no machlokas between the Maral says that in Ikrei Hadas, in the basics of Yiddishkeit, there's no machlokas between Gedolei Yisrael, within Klal Yisrael, no machlokas when it comes to the basics of Yiddishkeit. So how could there be a machlokas in such a basic thing? What's going to make a person Jewish? Is it a daf Gemara or mitzvahs? How could it be such a thing? Now, of course, we're not Talmidim of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and maybe we just don't have to understand. Maybe I would say, because you never know, Bichlal, you always have to know. You can never learn anything from what you read, that some other Godel said to somebody, do this or do that. You can't learn from it, because who knows, he said it to that person at that time in a special circumstance. You don't know what it was. It could be that he, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, felt, and when it comes to the Datilu, meet people, to the Bnei Akiva type of people, so they're choshed very much on taking Torah and making out of it a chokhmah, making out of it a haskalah, our intellectual union, but not to look at it as kedusha, as morsha, but and he felt that they're choshed on such a thing. And I mean, I've seen in their newspapers, Makar Rishon, that's theirs, and somebody that brings me clippings from there every once in a while, they can write things like, why can't the rabbis find ways to be mater agunas, ktsat ratzon tov, just to have the will, so you could find ways how to be mater aguna or other things like that. And they don't understand where we're coming from. They don't understand that we're talking about kedusha and the milchama between the kodesh and the chol, between the sitra de kedusha and the sitra achra we're talking about. The Torah is not something, it's not just a set of rules that are made to keep society together. It's the union of life. Chukei Torah is an union of Chaim. And what kind of talk is that? Let them look for solutions to the problems that Yiddishkeit poses, like Anagunam. And the truth is, I always say, what's the answer to this? How could the Torah make somebody an aguna and she can never get married? The answer is that is her tikkun. What do we know? What do we know? Why people have to go through what they go through? That's what Hashem wanted. That her tikkun should be. She should stay an aguna. Yeah, she should never get married. She should suffer all because of the Torah. To suffer because of the Torah, that can bring out the biggest tikkun that there is, the biggest kedusha that there is. And who says we're just talking about this particular person? We're talking about the light that this listening to the Chachamim can bring. It could shine into many people. What are you talking about? Finding solutions. You have to be Mayan in the union, of course. So you see that this kind of talk, that's people that have no idea of the holiness of the Torah. The Torah is holiness. So you have to tell them, no, for you, I don't know if Hadaf Gemara is the way to be Mekar of you. For you, the mice is they could put on tefillin, first of all. But when you talk to Rav Alyashiv, is talking about real chilonim that don't know from nothing. And on the other hand, they're tmimis dicked children they are. Them you have to be Mekar through a Daf Gemara. Because they're not chashud on making the Kodesh Chol. They don't know what Kodesh is and what Chol is and nothing. It's by them takadikas, and then the mice, of course. Leon Godel Talmud, so maybe they mice, so that's what's going to happen. After saying all this, I think we should remember it, not just talk about how to be Mekar of others. We should know that we have, through a Daf Gemara, we can be Mekar of ourselves. And the answer to that is, we have to, every time you sit and learn, you should always picture to yourself, Maimon Darsina, we're now holding in the Yemei sphere, we're getting closer and closer to Matan Torah. On Sunday night, on Yotzei Shabbos, it's going to be Lag Bomer. And from Lag Bomer till Shavuos, there's 17 days. 17 is Communion Tov, and that's altogether it's Leiv Tov. The first days of Sphere is Lamed Beis days, and after that there's Tov days, 17 days that brings us to Matan Torah. We have to be mechazik ourselves in Limud Torah and Yemei Sphere. Everybody should try to keep their storim and keep it very strongly and not talk in the middle and not look outside so much. And that'll be Mekar us to the Vayered Hashem al Har Sinai that we're coming to on Shavuos. That every year there's a new Matan Torah. It mamish happens. The new Matan Torah in the same Torah as the old Matan Torah. V'keftanu malkeinu l'shimcha godol celebramus. V'hodus l'chol yachetcha ba'avo. Keftanu l'shimcha godol, that goes on Matan Torah. And if we'll prepare ourselves with Limud Torah, it'll be niskayim in us. We should be zochet to have a good Yom Tov of Shavuos and an emes Kabbalah Torah.
Amen v'amen. Thank you, Rabbi Kaplan.